One day, I stood in front of the mirror and asked myself a simple question. Why don't I love myself enough? Why do I always feel like I'm not enough? And that question started a journey to find a better version of me. Not to become someone else, but to become me in my own way, with my heart, my flaws, and my softness. The start of the journey. At first, I thought a better version of me meant looking like someone famous, being perfect, never making mistakes. But then I discovered something different. A better version of me is simply the version that accepts itself, the one that loves itself even while it's still learning and growing. I realized the problem wasn't that I wasn't enough. The problem was that I couldn't see how beautiful I already was. I couldn't see my effort, my patience, and all the quiet victories I'd already won. Self-love isn't selfish. Some people think loving yourself is selfish, but the truth is, it's the kindest thing you can do for yourself and for others. When I love myself, I'm softer, kinder, and more forgiving. When I'm harsh on myself, I'm harsh on everyone around me. Small steps that matter. I started with very small steps, but they made a huge difference. Every morning, I told myself, I love you, even if I didn't believe it yet. I wrote down 3 things I was grateful for in myself every day. I forgave myself for mistakes and reminded myself that messing up isn't the end of the world. I learned to see my beauty, not just in how I look, but in my heart, my kindness, my laughter, and even my tears. The better version of me isn't perfect. She still gets tired. She still makes mistakes, but she gets back up. She chooses to keep trying even when it feels easier to give up. There's no such thing as a perfect person, but there is something beautiful about someone who keeps going. Honest questions. I asked myself some tough questions and answered them honestly. What do I dislike about myself and why? If I were my own best friend, what would I say to me? What's one thing I could do today to show myself more love? These questions hurt at first, but they opened a door to understanding and to loving myself as I truly am. On difficult days, there were many days when I felt like I was back at zero, but I learned there's no such thing as starting over completely. Even going backward teaches us something new. No one loves themselves perfectly every single day. What matters is that we don't give up. Self-acceptance. I discovered the real secret isn't changing everything about myself. The secret is acceptance. Accepting my flaws and choosing to treat them gently instead of hating them. Accepting that I can't please everyone and choosing to please myself first. Write yourself a letter. Try writing a letter to yourself as if you were writing to someone you deeply love. You might be surprised by how kind your words sound and by how much you needed to hear them. In the end, a better version of me isn't far away, it's me. The me who keeps trying, who learns from mistakes, who, even in her weakest moments, is still strong. Self-love is a journey, not a destination. And every time you choose to love yourself, you're getting closer to that better version of you. Finally, remember, you don't have to be perfect to be loved. You just have to be real and love yourself while you're becoming. That was my story about a better version of me. Now, tell me, what's the first step you'll take to get closer to yourself?